Hello everyone, I'm Chaotic. Welcome back to the stream. So in today's stream, we are going to keep it nice and simple. I was going to originally do the MSR today, but I've realized that the heat exchanger and such is actually quite a pain. I wish the heat exchanger wasn't so much further than actually getting the MSR. It's a little sad, it's a little unfortunate, because these two typically work in tandem. The way that a molten salt reactor works is that, let's say, our Lympho-Pixonia salt reactor, which is the one that we actually need to make our next forward progression, is going to need golden eutectic NAC, it's going to need basic eutectic NAC, it's going to need redstone eutectic NAC, and it's going to need cryothium NAC, eutectic NAC as well. All of these need to be actively supplied as coolants, and then you are going to end up with a hot coolant output. And I believe the only way to cycle the hot ones is, back through heat exchanger tubing, through a heat exchanger itself. And that's your only cycling method, which is kind of a pain, because these actually get used up pretty quickly from running a salt reactor. I could make like 50 buckets of all of them, and I'd get, I don't know, somewhere around just about a bucket and a half or so, maybe 2 buckets, I think, of Lympho-Pixonia, which is kind of a pain, which means you need full passive speed on these to guarantee it, because you wouldn't want it to be slow, ever, because if it ever didn't properly cycle into your molten salt reactor, it melts down, and everything about it's moderately expensive, so that would not be great. So we're gonna delay that for a minute. We'll obviously need to do that at some point anyways, but I figure today I probably won't do a crazy long stream, so moving into getting the mythic processors I think is going to be a better plan. I don't actually think we can get awakened yet. Never mind, awakened's cheap. Is there anything in here we can't get yet? No? Okay, all of this is accessible. I think we have like 4,000 HGA. Oh no, 2,829. We buffered that to 2048, and then I added an extra storage on it at one point. Obviously, it's not cycling through that super quickly. We can check this real fast and see what the, Okay, so the only operational condition on this is just how fast this cycles. Yep, since this fuel lasts a while in here. Yeah, it lasts a little bit more than 2 minutes each. That's the resupply time for depleted. And I think we only send half of it over into this. I'm pretty sure this is just round robin. Yeah. So half of it's going to go forward into this guy to then make the HECM, which will fill out our curium and such. I see. We could speed this guy up with like tick acceleration if we needed to, but I think 2,829 depleted should be enough for quite a while on that, so we'll leave that for later. Oops. Alright. So the plan is mythic processors, and the other thought is, I don't know how I want to set them all up yet. I kind of had an idea that maybe we do it in a similar fashion to what we did up here. So we use a compact machine, and then inside of that compact machine, we put more compact machines with the intention that the additional compact machines go into more mythic processors. And then we use a general quantum link chamber to connect into all of them. And I feel like that's probably the best method, because the mythic processors are just moderately big, but none of them are that big. I think they're all pretty much the same base plan of a 3x3 that's 4 tall, I think. Yes, that's what it looks like. And so, I think that's, I want to say that's pretty manageable, honestly. I don't think that's going to be too difficult to pull off. That means that you can fit quite a few of them inside of a singular compact machine on its own. And they do need 16 of their electromagnet of their tier, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But this is all moderately manageable. Obviously, the first step will be getting the additional stuff to make more efficient mythic machine casings. So if we grab, oh, I did casing, but it's just a case. I see. I was like, why did that not show up? That seemed odd. But yeah, we already have this listed over here. I just forgot I put that there. We want to get the stuff needed for this recipe. So we have, I want to say we have the cursed mermite buckets. Yeah, so we have 100 cursed mermitite buckets, which we can then take out, and that'll make 400 of the Mermex coolant cells, which then makes a total of like 3,200 mythic machine casings. So we'll do the Mermex coolant cells at some point soon. I guess we could on demand that if we wanted to. Or we could just do it manually. I don't know, it's what, like 5 stacks? It's really not that bad. We'll see. Whatever the case, that's pretty easy to do. But we need this advanced mythic electronic circuit. This needs the Baphomet altar. The Baphomet altar is pretty easy. It just needs 6 bricks and a couple of normal things. The bricks take a mythic machine case each. The normal altar thing is pretty easy. Everything else about this is pretty easy. And I want to say that we made these 6 mythic machine casings. We actually have 7. Oh, we made 6. We got 1 from a quest. That's what happened. So we have these guys to start the Baphomet altar. We can just make it up here. It looks like a fairly small multi-block overall. This is crystallite and chiseled red netherstone. Polished red netherstone. Which needs red nether brick. Do I have red nether? Yes. Well, it was crafted in... Oh, no. This one was smelted, right? Yeah, we'll get this started because we definitely want the most efficient way. I think we have a furnace thing down here, yeah. This is what a man has to do whenever he's never gone to the furnace dimension. I could do it, but I just still haven't. This will be 8 polished red netherstone. Then we put this in here. This will make 8 chiseled red netherstone. We'll pull out a couple stacks of that. And then the other thing that we needed was crystallite bricks, which are just whitewash bricks. Whitewashing tables, a quest reward. But we'd still need the whitewashing solution, so that saves me nothing. Rice slime balls, and a metal press. That's all technically possible, but I feel like there's just a... Does it have any modifiers on it? No, an extra. I'll take them out anyways. I want to say that there was white bricks in one of the dimensions. I can't remember. Does it tell me? Okay. Creeponia has them. Haven has them. Salive has them. Lunalis and Lilicia. 0.06. So Haven's really low. Lilicia is actually decently common. I don't think we've been to Lunalis. Have we? Hold on. No. Sleeve is low. The Nether has them sometimes too. Very low odds though. And Creeponia is low. So it looks like Haven it is. Cool. Or we could do Lilicia. Lilicia is kind of annoying though. I don't have their thing for it. There's some kind of like gravity thing you can do for Lilicia. We'll go and check it out. We've already loaded structures in here and stuff. Pretty decent. It shouldn't be that bad. Let's look. So is it these bricks? Are these going to be whitewash bricks? Yes. Okay. Sweet. Can I mine them with this? I can. Quickly do I mine them? Pretty good. Do they mine quicker with this? Nope. Alright. Efficiency's doing work then. We'll just mine these up. It's not the most efficient method, but we don't really need a lot of these either. We need what? 4 per, right? Oh no, they go 1-to-1 into crystallite bricks. Okay. And then the Baphomet altar is only going to need... So if we get 32 of these, this should be fine. I think. I think we need less than that actually. Yeah, we do. We could get it done with 24. We get 32 anyways. Not too bad. I thought this was gonna be a little bit more annoying. I was worried for a second. 33, just cause. Okay, let's make ourselves some crystallite bricks. I think we only need 24 of them. Then Baphomet altar bricks. Should be able to make all 6. Perfect. Grab this guy, make sure you set on home. Okay. Go back on up to our top floor. We can build our Baphomet altar up here. How many guys does this have still? How many connections? Where? Oh, where? Do we not have our network tool here? Interesting. Probably just got plugged back in here. Yeah, it did. Okay, he's using like 3 channels. That's fine. So we can definitely set him up here. We'll probably just branch off this side. We'll put the little altar right here. It should not be bad at all. Trying to think about what exactly the altar takes. Just ultimate nuggets, mythic electronic circuits. We have all the tokens of these. Okay, yeah, so we can just on-demand this. Yeah. I don't know how many of these nuggets I have. Like, how many can I make? Actually would be the better question, right? Oh, I forget it. It doesn't actually... It makes them on demand. I'm just fucking up my English right now. It makes them on demand. They're made from the neutron fluid. They're made with this guy. So they take 5 millibuckets per nugget, which means you get quite a few for each for each bucket of neutron fluid. We have 62,000 neutron fluid buckets, so I think that'll be okay. And also, that recipe's quick enough to make that needing 4 of them every time. We could use Ogrite if we had it passive, but we don't right now, so is what it is. Yeah, this recipe is extremely fast. It's like a 2-tick recipe, I think, in the fluid transposer. Maybe even a 1-tick. I don't remember. Probably 2-tick. Which is pretty good for the fact that you only need 4 per. This guy takes 15 seconds to process advanced mythic electronic circuits. So, I think that's fine. You're only going to get 4 minutes through this anyways. Doesn't look like there's any speed up for this, right? No. How often do we need these guys? You only use them for mythic machine casings. You make 8 casings per. So that means that you can get 1 casing every 15 seconds. Or 1 set of casing. And 8 of these casing makes how much stuff, I wonder? So 4 of them makes enough for the electromagnets. And then you need, for the tier 1s, you'll only need 1. So 5 of them per processor. 7 of them per processor that needs a tier 2 mythic coil. And 13 of them per processor that needs a tier 3 coil, I would assume. If I can do math properly. We'll assume that I can. But yeah, okay. That seems totally fine. That doesn't seem unreasonable at all. So item input, item output. Ooh, actually, that's kind of something I wanted to do. Let's grab some IMI output hatches as a pattern. Do we have this? Ah. Okay, like we can do this, but that's just a little bit more setup than I feel like doing right now. I want to be lazy. I'm kind of worried that we're gonna have an issue with some of these processors, because I do know that the mythic processors are known to have an issue with full speed or whatever, in the fact that sometimes items get deleted unless they go into a output bus, like an IMI output bus, a machinery bus. It's not really that bad, honestly, for the fluke steel. Can we get this guy with any kind of reasonability? No. Not yet, at least. So yeah, we'll have to make the Fluix plated, so we'll need an inscriber set up. We'll need carbonic Fluix complex passive as well, which isn't bad. Then you just need that guy smelted. And then this guy can be on demand. Okay, well, I will encode his recipe and throw him in there. You can go right there. All the other buses. Alright. I guess we'll deviate to that in a second. Let's finish making our altar first. We just need item output. Make tiny input. Swap him over to an output. And then we need another item input. How much do we need? We really only need a small for 4 slots. We'll just use the blocker mode probably on the interface that we use for this. So I doubt we need anything much more than that. I don't remember if we got the Baphomet Altar controller already. If we did, we didn't store it on us, which I feel like we would have done. You can double check your controllers real fast. Nope, okay. Grab a controller. Baphomet Altar, which one are you chiseled from? The auto workbench. Honey smelter oven? Nope. That one's where all of our mythic processors are, though, it looks like. This one. Cold iron forge. Let's grab our chisel. He's somewhere. I don't know where the somewhere is, but I know that we have at least 3 in here. Okay, change this guy over to our Baphomet Altar. There he is. What did I just do? Okay. So now we're gonna need to like manage our inventory stuff. God damn it. I love misclicks like that. Wait, this and this and this and this and this. How do I have extra things? There we go. Give me my gravity comb back. My item conduit back. Give me my destruction catalyst back. Probably had my conduit probe on me as well. And I think everything else is good to stay up there for now. Yeah. We can... Oh, why did I do that? I like these in the way that they were. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think we've recovered from whatever nonsense just happened. We needed an input, we needed an output, and I feel like we needed one more thing. The altar stone, yeah. I don't remember if we made that already. Nope. Make a pentacle. Make Baphomet statue. Make his altar stone. Pretty easy. I would presume that the controller just goes on the front of it. Yeah. So we'll just put this guy like this. Should be fine. Grab our stick for assemblage. Assemble. Perfect. Nice and easy. So this will be his output. Actually, we'll just feed it directly back into the interface after. This interface shall be put on here. We have a pattern terminal right here too. It's nice and fun. Let us set our pattern for advanced mythic electronic circuits. Pretty easy. Put them in here. Set this guy on blocking mode. That'll just guarantee it never somehow fills things up too much. Which I think it'll work fine. Let's use a conduit. Because the throughput speed of this guy is very slow. This should be fine. And then we just need to connect this guy up with cables. Now, if we look for Mythic, Advanced. Ah, okay, yeah. That shows it. Then if we wanted to make 16 of them, we need the normal Mythic electronic circuit. I forgot, we didn't encode that. That makes sense. Encode this guy, we should have plenty of tokens from our normal stuff, no problem. So this will just be a basic crafting recipe. Normal stuff, by the way, being the miners that we have. That should be good. And now, if we wanted to get the advanced mythics, if we wanted to order 16 of them, 16 batches worth, should go through just fine. Looks like it. Perfect. Let that go. We'll go up and then check on this real fast to make sure that this guy is indeed processing. Beautiful. All right. Okay, that gets that guy going. And that was really the only Mermex. So we need to manually do some Mermex, or we need to encode this all the way. I don't think we have full helium cell crafting done all the way up. No, we've got up to 60Ks. So 60Ks will get combined into 180s, 180s into 360s. Should be pretty easy. 180Ks, 360Ks. And then I don't want to do this. I could have it just send 360Ks into a fluid infuser, which is just permanently full of cursed mermatite. But I don't have passive cursed mermatite right now. I could passive it though, but it seems a little excessive in my opinion. Because I don't think my throughput amount of this is going to be that high. Because all I need this for is for the mythic machine casings. How many of them do I really need? Is it outside of the margin of the fact that I'd already made 100 buckets worth? Because I feel like 3,200 mythic machine casings is going to make it pretty far. Do I think it's going to be enough for the whole thing? Like for the whole pack? No, probably not. But do I think twice as much probably would? Yeah, I think probably. I don't think we ever get into like crazy just you need to spam a ridiculous amount of these kind of vibes for any of this. Some of the larger machines definitely take quite a few. But I want to say it all stays moderately reasonable. We'll need something for recursion fragments and stuff, but those have EMC, so it's just once. Like, you need some mythic coils for this guy. For these excavation reactors and such, but I still don't feel like that's really massively denting supplies. Like, here we go. This machine uses 34, 37, probably like 60 in total with that. For the mythic accelerator. Okay, yeah, so we'll use quite a few, but 3,200 is going to make it a long ways. So I'm not even going to worry about it that much. Oh, I still have, I'm like, why can I not see these? I just made those. Yeah, they're still in my inventory. I'm dumb. Put these guys over into some moleculars. Let us craft the 400 of these that we'll need. Should not take long at all. Set up a fluid infuser real quick. Grab some upgrades. Don't drop that on the floor. Oh, that just reminded me that I broke my armor in the last stream for fun. Oops. That's okay. That's something for still future me to deal with. Could just do this right here, I guess, real quick. Bink. Nope. Oh my gosh. My pickaxe was too quick. Put this guy here, put this guy here. Hopefully that didn't mess up our craft. Oh, it input one in. Interesting. Okay, I see. I was like, how did that do that? But yeah, I realized I don't want this to push into the mid. Well, actually, it would have never been a problem in hindsight, because I can just set the side config to the input sides disabled. Input tank, disable this. Input tank from the top, and then just simply output to the back on a push for now. That'll be fine. Grab a fluid transposer real fast. Oh, empty. There we go. I was like, why is this not letting me just choose the filter? There we go. This. We can send the buckets out to the... Actually, we'll just send the buckets out to the top. We'll input output to the top. Auto input. Grab a crate. This shouldn't be much of an issue. This will be a moderately temporary setup. I guess I'd never grabbed any of these by hand. Just pull out all 100 of these. We'll set them up in this transposer. Nice and easy. And then these guys are just going to need power. This guy will need his coolant cells. And we can't really use this interface to supply that either. So if we grab a second interface. Put him here, grab some cable, put him here. What's up, Ronaldo? It's been a while since I've seen you around, man. How you doing? He's gonna make your uncle told you he was gonna make you into stew. What does that mean? Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. I love grabbing one conduit whenever I have a bunch on me. Fantastic. Insert. Set this guy on his input slot here. Left input. Set this guy to 360k helium coolant cells. Perfect. That should be fine. This guy will be fine. And then these guys both just need some power. Should be able to have some crystalline conduit. 1, 2, and a flex point. A simple, small, basic setup for batch crafting this real fast. Does this need a resonant conversion kit? No. Does it get one anyways? Yes. Why does the bucket not go? Why would a bucket not? Oh. I see. Here. That should fix it. Yeah, it didn't have a prerequisite bucket, so whenever it's trying to empty them, it's just grabbing the empty bucket back out of it again immediately. I'll fill all this up. This is spitting out what we need. And this will finish all of the rest of the buckets. And then we'll craft like 4 or more of these cells. That's way more than we need right now, but that'll get it done later too. Okay, that'll make our 400 Mermex coolant cells that we can do for our stuff. And what else are we going to need in that big of a bulk now? I guess we only told it to make 16 of those circuits, so we should get a bunch more of the circuits done. Or started, since they take a while each. Okay, we have everything to craft it, and we should have plenty of neutron fluid for that too. So we're going to just get a craft of 400 of those started. We have enough extra crafting CPUs that shouldn't be an issue. Every 15 seconds it'll spit out one. How long is that going to take? We get 4 per minute, 100 minutes, so that take about 2 hours of crafting. That's a decent amount, but it is what it is. We'll definitely have a bit more than that done pretty soon. Everything else that we've got going. How many arc coils and stuff do we have? We have 116 arc coils here. We need 4 per. So that's a decent amount. That's almost 30 sets. That's what, 29? And 29 sets of 8 should be pretty good. I'm going to say that's how much we have for most of these things. Rainbow lenses, we only have 13. Why do we only have 13? What would it be to get these to 29? Okay, everything about them. Why does it not know how to make the rainbow lens? Well, that's why. This isn't a gravitite enchanter. So that'd be the first issue. Did I just do this manually last time? I think I did. Yeah. That's no doubt what happened is I crafted everything else and then I did the last section manually because I didn't want to move my gravitite enchanters in their setups around at all. I was being lazy. Should probably move him. Continuing to be lazy for now. Okay, so if we did 13 sets, how much would that be? 104? Right? Because 10 would be 80. Yeah, plus 24. Yeah, okay. I can do math. Happy to see that. Happy to see that. So 104 gets us a lot done, mythic processor wise. So 13 sets is probably fine for now. Of which I think we have everything then for it. I don't know how many servos we have. 27. That's why 27 was the number of sets we wanted for things. Was because that was how many servos we'd already had. I see, I see. Let's take these guys out. Let's reallocate the recipe once again to the good recipe. Now that we have the advanced mythic electronic circuits that we can do. Save this guy. Put him back into both of these. Okay. So now if I wanted to do 100 of these, 13 sets. Yeah. Let's get that started. This guy should start working. This guy will not start working. This guy needs his altar back that I've just been so eloquently sharing between the two. I really need to just sit down and make another iridescent, but I just don't want to make the multi-block again. There we go. Wait, we can make this in the automatic stellar altar? Really? I've just been avoiding this? Why have I been avoiding this? 8 rune marble, 4 sooty marble, 4 glass lenses, 9 rusted. Huh? I swear I looked and we didn't have a way to do this. Let's get some runed marble. We need 8 of it. Then what was it, like 4 sooty marble? And then 4 glass. Oh my gosh. We can just manually throw this on. I can't remember if this is an input or an output. Input, okay. This makes all of my struggles that I've been doing with this guy feel so dumb. There we go. Alright, we no longer jank with our iridescent altar. Love to see that. Making progress. Getting stuff done. And that also is 105 mythic machine casings. Nice and easy. Not bad at all, actually. Love to see it. Okay, so what kind of processors do we want to set up, and do we want to do them in compact machines? I think we probably do. I like compact machines. They're pretty fun. I feel like it'll be an easier method too. I'm trying to think about how many things it'll take. I wonder if people have talked about the mythic bug recently. Hmm. You know, honestly, I'm not gonna worry about it much for now until it becomes an issue. But my thoughts was they're going to take multiple channels each if that's the case, because we need one interface each to feed recipes in, and then we need one like one channel each for the output buses as well. I think is how that would work. I guess current method could be the output bus directly on an interface as well, just a non-recipe based interface. Maybe that's the play. Which means that one quantum entangled thing would get us 16 mythic processors worth of crafting, like worth of patterns and such, which is pretty good. I feel like that's probably actually kind of enough. How many combat machines do I have? I have 2 left over for now. Let's get some kind of cool block. I gave up on thinking of a cool block. There you go. Let's be our next guy. Let's grab some singularities. Or a singularity. We need to grab stuff for the quantum ring. So let's make 16 more of these. 2 of these. Let's go and blow the singularity up with the ender dust. It's like a specialty one, I think, I want to say. Ender dust from AE2 unofficial, or ender powder from Railcraft. Which is, of course, neither of these. Very fun. Okay. Sweet, we had everything, make one. Let's go on over here to our little water pool. Grab a piece of TNT. I hope those are close enough still. Yep, they are. Cool. Quantum ring stuff. We're starting to push into the realm of it's a little cramped in here. Just a little bit cramped though. What can you not do with cable anchors though? You cable anchor on this. No, okay. So yeah, you are forced to do it. Good lord. Hey, I'm having fun in here. All right. I was gonna use P2P tunnels at one point, and I decided against it for amusement purposes. And this has been very amusing, so I'm doing a great job with it so far, in my opinion. Let's break our little I/O port setup here. It's fun, I promise. Here, we'll just put this one right here. The setup makes kittens cry. You proud? I'm fucking ecstatic about that. Yeah. I damn right am proud of myself. I put in the effort to make this spaghetti. We're playing MeatBallCraft. What would it ever be without the spaghetti? I just love the fact too. I decided to make these slightly off. Cables aren't even. No, of course they're not. Cable anchors all the way. Who uses colored cables? I did color some cables, just this one, and I only did it to one cable because I felt like it really just added that singular touch I was missing in here for the chaos to unfold properly. You know, I felt like that really just quality increased it. And damn, I think I was really right. Let's move this guy into there because without my usage of P2Ps, at least so far, that'll be a better place for him. This is so great. This is actually blocking an elevator. That's less great. Hold on. I hope you know how much this amuses me. I find great joy in what I've done here. Great joy in it. Okay. No longer blocking an elevator. We got it done. Um. Alright. Backing up. Okay. This guy will set up on the roof. Where's that? Go. I just keep looking over and seeing your message. The cables aren't even colored. I don't think I've actually had anyone drop by while I was in that menace of a location, so you're the first to truly get to experience it. I'm happy that it was someone that really appreciates it. Okay. So how many could we fit in just this machine? They're 4 tall, 3 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are there inputs and outputs on most of these? Input on the bottom, output on the top, but they're all on the back. So if you build them backwards with their controller against the wall, you could get their input output facing the outside edge, and your power's underneath, which means you could fit them side by side up top here. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you could comfortably fit 4 across both sides. That's 8. Yeah, I could fit all the 16 that I could run channels off of for this one quantum link in here directly. No problem, actually. Okay. I think it's what we'll do then. What processors do I need the most? Rolling machine would make my life a little bit easier for some things for sure. It'd save us some of the annoyance with like lionite plates and arc coils. Oh, actually, I'm gonna need a lot of arc coils because I want the arc reactor coil block. Okay, so that's a good one. Um, the compactor, probably also a good one. I just keep looking at your messages, fucking cracking me up. Just the sadness, the sadness in it is so great. So let's do a not a actually what's a purifier do? Purifiers are actually pretty sweet too. You can make the pure crystals off of defaults. What's it cost? We'll do a purifier. Yeah, we'll snag a purifier while we're at it too. Um, currently don't need really a gear working die. Grab a rolling machine. We'll grab a pulverizer just because it'll be nice. Move on extractor. What does this even do? UV matter from infinity dust and neutronium ingots from essence. It honestly doesn't really feel that important. I won't worry about that for now. Empower, I don't think we need this. We've got all this passive already. Okay, refraction focus gaze, so we will need one of these. Yeah. Alright, so there are a few reasons. Oh, no, I guess actually, because we can just do the normal empower recipe for this. How many of these do I need? Oh, I will need them in mass later. Alright, we'll grab one of those then. That's a move on extractor. I don't want that. Oh, we'll grab a furnace for sure. We'll grab a compactor, because why not? We can fit 16 machines in here, so I guess we could really do all of these. Yeah, we will. Hold on. There we go. We've set them all up. How many is this in total? This is only 12. So that gives us 4 gaps for repeats. Unless there's more mythic processors than that aren't showing. Okay, yeah. There's some that are just called processors. Oh, and recursives. I forgot about recursive ones. Could use a recursive one for Arcstone. Or Arkinstone. Oh, nah, he's big. He wouldn't go in here. Okay, so all of their recursives are bigger ones that are the same size, and they use excavation power units. What's this guy do? Sorry, we're getting distracted, but make crude oil. Interesting. Gravitron. I see. For the specialty gravitite ore, if you ever wanted to use an advanced rocketry asteroid mining mission, sounds awful. A processor clean room is going to be needed, right? Yeah, I thought so. But he's also pretty big. If we have enough space, we might be able to fit him in here, actually. He'd be kind of against the idea, but I don't know. He's got processor in the name. He'd probably be kind of against the idea. Okay. So that's all of these basic ones. What are we gonna need for all of these? Interesting that the uses a phytogenic insulator for the purifier. We need to keep in mind too that some of these can use coil upgrades. I think most of these can have a coil upgrade of some kind. Do any of these have a tier 3 coil upgrade? Oh, like this one can't do a coil upgrade. Do we need this? Actually, like, do we need the drying rack one? Objectively. Like, how many dried brick do I have? I have 18,000. What all can you use this for? Okay, you do need some heat-proof bricks for infinity furnaces. I don't really need that many of these. We'll make it anyways. We'll make one of each of these anyways. That's fine. So each of these is going to require 16 electromagnets of some tier. Most of them looks like are draconic. I think that's only 2 of them that are awakened. But they all look pretty simple. So it looks like they're pretty much universally 12 fission reactor casings. So 12 times 12, 144, I think. I think I can do math. 12 fission reactor casings. The electromagnets will make on for each one. Each one will require at least one tier 1 mythic coil. But it looks like all of these almost can use tier 2s. The Muon extractor we won't be able to make for now, I think. Actually, we might be able to make this. Yeah, we do have the recursive feather. Do we already have enough awakened cores? No, we don't have any awakened cores. We don't have them on demand either. I need to set up fusion crafting on demand actually soon-ish. Thinking about it. It'll be bad though. We could use this recursive feather one. We wanted to passive it, I guess. We could just on demand pull those out in a couple stacks with the system. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. This happens all the time. Very, very common for me. Alright, let's order our fission casing. Never mind, we don't even need to. We already have enough. We'll order like 300 more of it anyway. It's just to craft it, because we'll use it later at some point for sure. I'm just looking. I don't think I'm gonna even have to leave here for any of these. I think I can start on all of these in here. Let's get some interfaces too. We have 29 of them. I think like 16 more. I love interfaces. And all of these are chiseled off of the same one that had like the honey thing, right? Yeah, the honey smelter oven. Yeah. Alright, we'll start on the purifier. 16 draconium electromagnets. What does this one make again? This one makes these guys. It does them 1 at a time? Yes. So if I give it a tier 2 mythic coil, it'll do them 4 at a time. And then we can encode it with recipes, use a blocking mode, encode it with recipes that are set to a stack each, probably. Actually, this one doesn't need blocking mode, thinking about it. Since it's recipe inputs for all of these things, I don't think I need silicon bools. Oh, I will need molten silicon at some point, but I wouldn't use the mythic processor for this. Wait, unless I needed to. No, melter works just fine. Actually, I guess if we were gonna need a multi-block for it, maybe we'll use a mythic processor for it. That's fine. We can adjust this one recipe. Since these machines will be done on demand anyways, I doubt that's going to be much of an issue. But yeah. Okay. We're not going to worry about it. I'm overthinking things too much. So we need 1 tier 2 mythic coil. 16 draconium electromagnets. Let's make ourselves 16. Let's actually make 128. This will be enough for 8 machines. We're missing magnetic monopoles. We're actually missing quite a lot of them. Cursed slime. I think it's just a lack of a crafting recipe. Oh, actually, it's because it's a recursive recipe, and I never gave it an automation out to a crafter. And emerald plates also are just in a position of they don't have an automation. Well, we couldn't do everything from in there. We already lost. We didn't have enough patterns encoded. Okay, so for one emerald plate. Can move this into a pressurizer for now. I forget where our pressurizer is. That's a normal compressor. We have a pressurizer set up somewhere. I think it's all the way down here. Yeah, we will move all of these over probably to the mythics, or at least some of the more common ones as they're getting used to just get massive speed increases. Because currently these are 4 pressurizers, I think, set up around each of these with full upgrades. So it's pretty quick, but it could be quicker. What else are we missing? Magnetic monopoles. Fly up super slowly here. Love this. Okay, so inertial confinement reactor. Like, this is pretty big. How fast is it? Okay, at least it is objectively just way quicker. Is this worth making? Damn, it's kind of expensive. What does it make? Yeah, it really just makes this stuff that we already have, but just quicker from the solid states. We're gonna move this guy over a little bit to closer to where the other stuff is. We're gonna set this up on the ME system as well, so that it can on-demand things at least, to some extent. I think like right here. I want to say if you click this, yeah, nice. Okay. Give him flex point. He works a little inconsistently. Also, sorry about the sniffing. I think I'm getting fucking sick again. I just cannot be spared. I don't know why. Um, the universe fucking hates me, I guess. We should be able to just branch off of this guy. Actually, I kind of forgot this guy was here. An interface. We need magnetic monopoles. I'll set up with the Wildwood chunk one. We should actually grab a Wildwood mod in mob, I mean, and then throw him as one of our woots that we're actively doing. There's no real reason I haven't done that yet, other than just being oddly lazy about it. I don't know why, but we should get that done soon. Give this guy this pattern first. I don't think he needs blocking mode. I think he'll be fine without it. Monopoles. Think like 50 more of them. Yeah, we have enough actively for it. Make sure this works. Oh. There we go. There we go. Okay. Forgot, these are sided machines. They have to, you have to actually teach them. They don't default to everything like normal. And like, that's pretty quick. Is that really that big of a deal? No, I don't think so. Although there are some recipes in the fusion control that are super slow, like the ones I set up in here. The reason why I set up 4 of these for super fused alloy was because that one takes like a minute each or something. All right. And then, so it was 128 of these that we're gonna make, 2 stacks worth, enough for 8 of the machines. So it needed curse slime, and we're gonna need some more wildwood chunks. So the curse slime should be able to just make menacing sludge and sap spit. Okay. Forgot that this one was an EMC based recursive, so I actually could just encode that recipe for future reference. But it's not too bad to manual craft occasionally, or just to manually drop in the extras. So we could encode that recipe real quick. Or slime recipe. It'll make it a little bit more obvious on what we're missing whenever we do need this. Okay. Let us go and grab a shard. Damn, am I actually out of capturing shards? It's an Eden Cadillion. I am indeed out of ender shards. Kinda neat. Shard die, I have ender. Grab our sticking hammer. Or yaw hammer, I guess specifically. I want to say that these stack totally fine in the IME system as long as you don't have an item in them, or a mob in them, yeah. There we go. That'll get them all preemptively set up. Grab an ender shard, let's go on over to our blue place, Wildwood. Ooh, I forget I don't have armor in here. I'm gonna totally pop some life charms. who's the best for this? I still have life charms on me, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Souls, who drops the most? We get 0 to 1. 1, but at a 50% chance. 0 to 2 for Behemoth. 0 to 2 for a Tomo. 1 to 3 for a Golem. 0 to 2 for a Mage. Okay. I'd be fine with the Mage or a Golem then. It's an Epiphyte. It's a Tomo. More Tomos. Mages are not usually an uncommon spawn. Oh, that's a mage. Cannot wait for him to hit me once and pop my life charm. It's scary. Actually, it does a lot less damage than I expected. There we go. I didn't assort any of my weaponry before this. Okay, cool. Good enough for me. Oh, that's what happened. I was like, what am I missing? My Klein Star. I forgot to take this guy back out. Also, why do I have a hopper on me? How did I acquire a hopper? Oh, never mind. IO port stuff. I was like, why is this here? I was confused for a moment. Okay, let's grab a controller. Heart. So controller core, factory base. Controller core, factory base. There we go. Put up our shard die. This will be a mage. It's a tier 3. We'll probably replace one more of the King Bam Bams. They're outdoing their purpose heavily every time, so fine by me. Let's also turn our lifestone back on. What do we have this set to? Oh, rip my electromagnet. Okay, it's just default shift X. I just couldn't read. I clicked X and I was like, oh, that didn't work, so I assumed it was something else. I didn't shift. That'd be why. So grab our magnet, turn him back on. Put him back as well. Okay. Going over here to Woot. Okay, Bam Bam number 5 is finally getting replaced, I think. Put our mage here. Leave the upgrades as is. Let's double check this guy's loot drops. I guess you can't open this without an empty hand. Cool. 100% chance for the souls. Perfect. Goodbye me. Is there any of this loot I don't want? Honestly, I don't really care. Wildwood souls and magic meat. We will go and set up then real fast. Inside of one of these guys. Wild soul. Magic meat. Bink bink. Alright. Perfect. Should be nice and easy. That means that anything that knows how to make the chunks now. So wildwood gems. And then wildwood chunks. Encode both of these into some basic guys. Molecular assemblers. Go. 1, 2. Okay, so now in theory, like if we wanted to make 1,000 of these, yeah, we're missing the souls obviously for this still, but it knows how to do it now. Okay, sweet. And after just a few minutes, that guy will stack up really heavy. Perfect. So now, 128 electromagnets can be crafted. Sweet. That'll be enough for 8 machines. Fine by me. Nice and nice. Okay. What else do we need? Mythic coils. I don't know if I've actually encoded these yet or not. I had not. Good thing I'm still here. So an ultimate crafting table is going to need this one. I want to say we already have most of this stuff on crafting, hopefully. If not, we'll try to make the ones first that can actually help us with this. Like, we'll need a wire mill, I think, at some point. Yeah, this seems useful. Very useful. Because we're going to need like a bunch of copper wire for the wire coils, for coil blocks. Because coil blocks get used for like a bunch of things. Especially other tier 1 mythic coils, so good to keep in mind. Man. Okay. Let us go into one of our emerald crafting tables. I think this one has extra slots still. Is that 20? That actually might be 20. It's very close to it at least. Check it out. Wait, that probably is 20 based on the fact that this guy exists. We can check anyways. Yes, it is. Okay. This guy will continue existing as is then. Recipes can get swapped out and stuff later if they're needed, but we'll use this guy. Here, load him up. Click this, and then tier 1 mythic coil. And is there anything else that we need from this guy right now? Like, there's a lot of encoding you can do for these. I forget that we could probably upgrade to these already. Yeah, after we got the, we know how to make the imperfects and stuff. I think we can. Upgrade to cyan. Can we get to green? Magnets, floating, gold spring. Yes, we can. Sorry, I'm getting... I love getting distracted, apparently. This is very common for me. We'll need to automate fine mineral dust at some point. We'll use that with passive automation for this. I think. Because we'll need it to keep primal ogrite going. Primal ogrite leads into lymphopixonia, right? Yeah. Also make other special cool stuff. Anyways. I'm not seeing anything right now that like seems highly important, so make sure we save this. I think I already did, but double checked anyways. Oops. This guy on in. Perfect. And that should start up our first one, and then the other mythic coils, I want to say we're just crafting recipes. Oh, they're in a basic crafting table. Okay, we can add to that. This guy has extra slots, right? Yes, plenty. Load him up. Tier 2 mythic coil. Then a tier 3 mythic coil. Oh. Save. Yeah, the recipes look fine. Sweet. Put these down. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. My nose is so itchy. Hate it. Okay, if you make one of each, you get one tier 1 mythic coil. From the mythic processors tab. Love that. Actually, if I click usage on this, what is it used for? The recursive processors. Okay, so the recursives use tier 3s. I see. That makes sense. And tier 1 and tier 2s are used for all of the normal mythics. That is understandable. Our electromagnets are stuck. Is it waiting? Hold on. I'm very confused. How did I mess this up? Input output on this guy. This guy's here. He doesn't have an auto input on. What did I do here? Did I? How did? I'm so confused on how that happened. I swear I had a filter in this. I figured out what was wrong. For some reason, this guy wasn't set to a filter for the buckets. Because yeah, this is my empty one. So that would go like this. And that guy should have any of the extras. Yeah, so he's got the ultimate nuggets stored for his own crafts. So any future ultimate nuggets that get ordered should work just fine. Yeah, this ran out of buckets, and then so I guess this probably yoinked ultimate nuggets somehow. I really don't know how this happened, to be honest with you. Because it's looking this way, and it's only input from the back. So I don't know how it got from in here to this transposer ever with those nuggets. I would assume they somehow got taken out of the interface, but that just seems odd. It should have yoinked them on its own, but I don't know. I have no idea. That's fine though. It's working now, and that should be safe for later now. Okay, okay. I don't even know what that was blocking. Oh, I was just checking on the crafts. So that is our electromagnets done. For this purifier, we will make a tier 2 mythic coil. Draconic fusion crafting injectors. I forgot about that part. What else is it missing? Copper coil blocks and electrum coil blocks too. Hold on. Alright, hold on. We do the wire mill first. Which will also need a tier 2 anyways. But we'll make a wire mill first, and that'll make our extra ones easier because we'll get the copper wire. Then we'll be able to encode the recipe. Yeah. Okay. It looks like he's all the same, so we just need a wire mill itself. Grab one of these. Copper coil block. If I look at this, okay, so it doesn't know how to make wire coils at all either. So I was just gonna check real fast. Copper coil block, and then we need an electrum coil block. Teach this, and teach these. They can all go on the same set of moleculars. I don't think it'll be crafting that high of a density, so that should be fine for throughput speeds. With the coil tier 2. Now it's just the injectors, right? Yes, we have everything else in large enough mass right now. Okay, draconic fusion injectors. So we need to set up a fusion setup, and we'll make it all craftable, I guess. Make an on-demand setup for this. Surely this won't be too bad, right? Fluid laser relays already set up in here. How are item laser relays not known? I make a fluid with an energy. Oh, okay. So they craft directly from the energies. Oh, and then items are made from a fluid. Okay, I see exactly how it's done. Item laser relay will be a fluid into an item. Okay. Actually, items, item interface. Encode the interface as well. Oh. Sometimes I double click just on accident and it messes all my stuff up. I'm a fan. There we go. Okay. So the plan to do draconic automation is to use item lasers. They're usually just easier this way. We'll make 32 of them. I don't need to make 32. It's just nice. Okay. Could use this setup still. Pull a cable over. I guess if I felt like it. I think I do. Actually, do I want this to be closer? I could move this setup over, just like how I moved that one over. We'll do that real quick. I'll think about how I'm going to set this up too while I'm at it. I figure some kind of blocking mode mechanism should be pretty easy to do. Okay. Let's put our interface down, which we need to grab another. How many recipes in the fusion crafting are big that we'd need? Is 10 enough to get things done, or are we gonna need more than 10? I guess we can use it to make its own injectors first and then add a couple more on if needed, right? Okay, actually 10 seems like enough forever. Okay, perfect. That's not bad at all then. So we grab an item interface, or an ME interface. We will feed this interface directly into an item interface. This item interface will have a laser on it. This laser will go off to all of these things. We'll grab our fusion core. We'll grab our 10 injectors. Sure, I'll be fine like this. Oh gosh. Don't turn like that. Oh gosh, don't misplace like that. Actually, it's gonna be an issue with this being like this, huh? It's gonna need to be a little bit more over. Because I can't have it against the wall, because I'm gonna need item lasers on all of these as well. Can item lasers... Item lasers might just be able to go on the front. Oh, I guess it actually doesn't change anything if I move it, thinking about it. Yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, this is gonna have to work. It'll be fun. It'll work, surely. I haven't actually done automation like this before. I just know that how other people have done it, so I'm just kind of being a copycat and hoping it works. So we are going to set single item mode to active on all of these. You can barely see it on the right side of my screen, just underneath my map. It's a little bit cut off. I don't really know why it's that far over, but I don't really care. So we're going to set all these single item mode active so that they can only hold the one item on them. Give each one of them an item laser. Give this guy an item laser. There we go. And then we should be able to use a compass to adjust these. And the only adjustment, hopefully, that I need to do is setting this guy to a 1 priority. So item lasers work in a funny way. Lasers from actual editions work kind of interesting intrinsically. These emulate an inventory management system. So this item interface will see every single one. Okay, there we go. Let me click this guy and then click all of these back into them. These will see every single like slot that's connected as a possibility of an item input. So this is seeing all of these as one connected inventory essentially of 11 blocks. This one being a high priority means that the first thing to go in will always go directly into the Fusion Crafter core. And any result from a Fusion Craft never overlaps with an input item of that same craft. So an interface should instantaneously input the full items for the craft. The first item in the craft that we put in the processing card should be whatever our center item is, whatever goes into the Fusion Crafting core. And then it should be able to take it right back out again. We might need a filtered conduit to input back into the interface. I actually don't remember if that's the case or not. I feel like it probably is going to be, but we'll try it without it first, and then see if it's smart enough to auto input back in. I don't think so though, so I think we will have a limitation on that. But other than that, this should be pretty easy. We do need a redstone clock to automate this. Just that this guy will actually properly cycle. This will just activate the fusion crafting core because this needs some kind of redstone signal to start a craft. We're using a clock here. We could also use like we could just use a timer or something too if we wanted. Actually, a timer might be better. Thinking about it. We'll have him click once a second. That's fine. It'll way outdo the charging speed. And then they need power. I'm surely missing something here, right? Grab one more flex point. Grab some flex duct. The reason why I use this flex duct is it's infinite power transfer. These guys can't use it that quickly, sadly. That would be pretty sweet if they did. But it's infinite transfer, so it'll be as fast as they can charge, which isn't bad at all. Now we just need to get some processing patterns. And we will set it for... Okay, so basics are just a crafting recipe. So the first one we need is wyverns. Is that all things? Yes, I guess because this one only has 9 in it, that should be fine. And our centerpiece, which is the first thing in our pattern, is the basic fusion crafting injector. So that should be nice and fine. And then our draconics should also be pretty easy. And it starts with the wyvern fusion crafting injector in the center, which will be the higher priority item. And then it goes to the outside edges. Should also be fine. Perfect. Okay. Now it should be a simple matter of just putting these patterns in here, and I hope this works. Oh, we also need to set this guy to blocking mode. You don't want it to push anything, you don't want it to try to push anything extra whenever there's any items. And since this is identified as every single slot in here as an item, it won't push if there's anything in any of these containers whatsoever, including in our output slot. So it should never run into like an overlap issue. So let's try to craft a draconic. He's working. You know what? I have an idea. So I was thinking I was gonna have to filter everything. I don't think I do. I think if I use a phantom face, actually, and then just a basic conduit, just one conduit guy here. Insert, extract. You should always extract the result. No problem. And just throw it right back into the system. And this shouldn't require any filtering because you can't take out of the input slot of the fusion crafting core. Beautiful. Perfect. There we go. And any kind of patterns and stuff that we need, we can just throw in this guy. I actually think if we get a cutting knife, draconic fusion. And there we go. Now whenever we look at our pattern terminals, we can see draconic fusion. So if we want to add more stuff to this, that should work fine. Pattern expansion card. We'll give it 1 just so it has 2 rows of patterns because I feel like there might be more than just the 9 that we need. And there we go. This is automated crafting. And if I even do this and throw just a little baby torturino on him, just 1. Give him a radius of just 1. Work at full speed. This shouldn't impact TPS much, but it'll make that actual ending part where it does like the little spiral and stuff, that part can get quicker. The charging can't be sped up by the torturino, but the little spin part in the center should be a bit quicker, and that'll make our overall crafts a bit faster too. So now that we're at it, let us try to craft our tier 2 coil. We're missing flux seeds. Wait, how? Oh, because these are done in a weird way. I remember, actually. What are they used for? Hold on. Oh, we never changed this over to projector gems. That's why. Let's go and fix our recipe. Um, check in here. Nice, there's a Draconic Fusion tab. We're looking at interface names. We need recipe output. Look up Fusion. There we go. Take our encoded pattern here. Yeah. 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 Clear. Stop it. Okay. We'll just set this guy back to a blank pattern. Get our fusion injecting guys. There we go. Put it through projector gems. I want to say we have millions of those. Why do we have 128 of them? Well, we're finding a bunch of issues with our stuff. I love that. Which one of you has it? It's one of the bigger ones. Cosmic Matter, I think. Not Cosmic Matter. Astral Water. Okay. I see how that's happening. How much is in here? Yeah, enough forever, I think, actually. So, let us just, break this guy. How about that? There we go. Now we can just stock up on projector gems. Because, yeah, I don't think we're ever going to need more than 117 million nocturnal and illumination powder. I think I think we're good forever. I think that's enough to get us as much astral water as we ever need. Alright, nice. Do do do. Okay. Back to what we were doing. This is our encoded recipe. Put him into an assembler. Alright, so now, fingers crossed, tier 2 mythic coil. Shows we can craft it. Let's go on up and watch our draconic crafting work. Yeah, once it starts doing that spinning part, this part should be faster. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Our crafting speed on these is still kind of slow. Although this actually might just be how the ME is organizing the craft for the coils. I kind of feel like that's what it is. Yeah, now it's doing it high speed because this has fallen into a higher priority portion of the craft. So every time it cycles, it should go instantly. Yeah. Which gives us a craft every few seconds. It's not like crazy fast or anything, but it's not crazy slow either, so this isn't too bad, I don't think. Yep, I'm pretty happy with it. And if we wanted to, we could duplicate the setup too. It'd be literally a simple matter of extending a secondary setup the exact same way with another interface with another set of recipes right above this, and that would work just fine. And then we could put the same recipes in both of the interfaces, and they'd run them in parallel, so it'd be twice as quick. I don't know if that's needed. If it is needed, we'll worry about that later. For now, I think this is probably quick enough. It is the slowest part of the system right now, though, so it's going to work on those last 8. But, yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. It's going to make the tier 2 coils just fine. Okay. What else do we need? As this will be we'll make the wire mill first. Like I was saying, so we'd set this guy. I think that's everything passive for all of these guys that we need now. Just doing a quick little tab through all of their recipes. I think we're good. See, why do some of these go to like? Oh, because this one is the base one. The alloy furnace is the base recipe. I see. Okay. You know what I should do actually? Let's how many of these can use mythics? So the drying rack can't. The muon extractor can't. Wait, right? Oh, the muon extractor is okay. So 11 tier 2 mythic coils in total. So let's actually have it make 10 more. What are we missing? Vibranium alloy ingots. We need 216 of them. Okay, I think corrupted stone is simply a matter of the recipe. Crystalline ingots. Yeah, you need 10k? Eh. I have these passive, but not to 10k. They're passive right over here, I think. God fucking damn it. Which one are you? This one. I guess we'll be able to make them in an alloy processor. How many of these can we queue up right now? Can we queue up like 3 more? Okay, so we'll be able to queue up 3 more in a second. Corrupted stone. I think this is just a matter of crafting. I think we just don't know corrupted shards. Yeah. So we'll just encode that recipe real fast. The crystalline should be done soon. A corrupted shard. We don't have enough of these? Really? Oh, I guess I never set up a thing on the other system, huh? Mm. I guess we could do a grew. Let's grab a shard. Then we should have, I want to say in our ender book we probably have a place saved for this. That's why level 67. Did we do it near Bedrock spawner? I don't think so. No. We had a large area once that was broken. Like, there's probably some corrupted shards in here, yeah. But that's just 9k. It's only a very temporary fix. We need to find a grew then. Okay, I was trying to see if maybe you could craft the egg. Hmm. There was a spot that we went down to one layer above bedrock, and then we used it to get the what's it called? The Mother Void Walker. That's what we did. And I was just hoping I'd had it as a location. It might be near Lava Y12 actually. No, probably not. Ah, fine. Grus only spawn low, so and things can't spawn on bedrock, so you have to break above that layer. Just break up a bunch of ground here. Just gonna run around. We just need to find one grew, and we'll hit it, and we'll just woot it after that. Some frigids. That one poor spider that died to collateral damage is pretty amusing. Fly through here on both sides. Just try and give them spawn chances extra. Shouldn't take too long. I want to say that the Gru is not super uncommon, and I also want to say that it can spawn in 3 blocks tall. I think this is large enough. God, it's so much lava. It just unspawn zoned so much. Again, come on, give me a Gru. It's always gonna be one a mob that you just, that's whenever you can't find that kind. Every time it feels like. Them and their thorns damage. Oh, parasite, great. It's funny, someone was asking me earlier in the Discord about a hammer. And I'm like, oh, I think the destruction catalyst just kind of wins for anything with that. And they're like, but are you sure? Like, cause it just doesn't seem like it'd be better than just a good, like a fast hammer. That was a funny combo. Useless runner. Just to confirm, I know that more than just these two can drop it. It can drop from, I think, most of the mobs that spawn below Y11. But I just want to get something that guaranteed has a good drop chance for it, because I don't know how it's going to correlate with the woot if I was just to choose a normal mob that would typically drop them, because there's probably already corrupted shards around one of these mobs I've killed. Maybe not actually. Although it is moderately difficult to tell, so. A weird looking guy spawning down here, like usual. Love Thorn's damage. Another faceless runner. They keep making me think they're Grus. They're very close visually. Surely I'll hit the bat eventually, right? Surely, right? Surely, right? Okay, there we go, we got it. I'm close. Another void charger. Another faceless runner. They look very similar to the Gru, because they're like that like slouched effect. I thought I saw something there. I did not. We need to get that sacrificial armor soon-ish. Make that a goal. Probably after we deal with all the processors and stuff. Although we might need to get into the MSR before that. I couldn't remember if that was post Lymphopixonia or not. It follows down here. Yeah, needing like a spatial IO port and stuff. And this guy needs the Lymphopixonia done already for something. Yeah, for this guy, because you need ethereal infusion stones. I see, I see. Vibranium ingots will be able to encode into the alloy processor. We'll encode them with this recipe, obviously. For rhenium. Speaking of which, we have quite a lot. Why do I feel like this number should be going up, but it isn't? Maybe I just bulk processed a bunch. I actually don't remember. It's been a while. I think it's what I did, actually. I think I used our good auto smelt pick for it at one point. Love Thorns damage. Come on, game. Give me a Gru. Give me a Gru. I think flying around moderately quickly will still get the mob spawns going. Not too much issue. It's another void charger. Is the Gru too tall for this room? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't feel like they were more than 3 blocks tall, but it's very possible they are. Or that they're like 3 blocks tall, but their spawning requirements want a little bit more than that. Similar to how like a spider needs a 2x2, but it doesn't actually take up a 2x2 worth of space all the time. Stuff like that. So we shall see. Just open up some of this top area. Okay. Another trickster. Night Reaper. Come on. Give me Gru. Put this up here for now. Just gonna go and kill these 2 sources. They're killing a lot of my mob spawn locations. There we go. Skeleton. How much damage did you do? Like a heart and a half. It's not much. Thought I saw a mob in that little corridor for a second. He was just an ore. Cave collapse. Rain bowers. Mother Voidwalker. Still would have been faster than the first time I found her. Or I spent time. I did a bunch of exactly this to try and get one. It took a while. I think it was about 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe, of just digging a massive hole and waiting. I assume that was the Mother Voidwalker making that noise. Thought it might have been something else like through the wall for a second, but I didn't see any enemies on the map, so I don't think so. Okay, eyes making me blind. Love that. Come on, game. What's the other thing? The drama cricks. I don't think I have any of those. Actually, hold on. Those might be an ender book. I might have an ender book location on one of these. No, I don't. Never mind. I guess we could go to our spawner and then um let them spawn, turn the mob crusher part of it off, and then let them spawn in consistently. Enthrall drama cricks. I figure. Yeah. Okay. So we'll take one of these, and we'll spend a couple more minutes here looking for a Gru. If we see a Gru, we'll pull another Ender Shard out and learn him. If we don't see a Gru, that's okay. Interesting. Let's punch him to death with it. Um, we have corrosive and aftershock on this, so even just whacking him with it is pretty effective. As weird as that is. And I think because it's empowered is a little bit more as well. Although I guess it would hurt pretty bad to just be absolutely whacked by a bow limb. Funny that we didn't see any of these and then we saw 2 sets of them in a row. Come on, give me a Gru, give me a Gru. Actually, I'm curious if a Gru would be better or not. These are 0 to 2. I guess this guy's 3 but at a 50% chance. This is 0 to 2 affected by looting. Oh, this actually, the drama cricks might be better regardless, thinking about it. Although I'm pretty sure the Gru drops are also affected by looting. I'm just giving myself like copium that I'm good and I should just go home. Yeah. Yeah, I should. Okay. Let's put away some of this extra stuff. Put away that guy, that guy, that guy. Well, that iron ore. Don't need it. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need that. That. Actually, probably would have wanted that, but that's fine. We'll throw it away anyways. Okay. Factory base. Controller core. There we go. Drama cricks. We'll go on up here to our woot one. We don't have a guy. Teleport in. Bam Bam 5 got swapped out to a Wildwood Mage. This guy is going to be swapped out to a Enthralled Drama Crix. I think that's how you spell it. Why do I have a ghost infestation in here? Why is this a thing? Huh? Why are there so many ghosts in here? Why is that even a thing? What are you doing? There's so many of them. I saw them on the all on the map. I think they all just despawned. Um, yeah. Apparently this one likes spawning in ghosts. That's weird. So yeah, we'll fix that. Or throw all drama cracks down. 100% chance for corrupted shards and holly top seeds apparently. Okay. So that's 12 shards for that cycle. 16 for that one. 13 for that one. Okay. Good amount. Good speed. Good speed. That's fine. That was very weird that I go in there and there's just a million ghosts in there. Kind of funny though. I will be honest. Let's grab ourselves some corrupted shards. And we'll set them in here. Okay. That should be the corrupted shard management done for the next time. Put the extra controller back in here. That'll be fine. Okay, and the thing is that we needed like thousands and thousands of those, so that's gonna need to build up a little bit first. Which is fine. Vibranium, we'll automate this one whenever we build the alloy smelter processor. Can I make like a couple of these now? No, our crystalline passive just isn't making it up there for some reason. Oh, no, it's the crystalline passive is fine. It's passive to what its amount is. I just wasn't reading this right. I thought it was 1700 out of 2100 needed. No, we're gonna need more than that. We're just gonna increase this by a bunch, so this will just buffer a ton of stacks. Originally this was only limited because what it took was a little expensive at the start, but it doesn't matter to me now. This guy running at full speed will be totally fine. Yeah, this will buffer a bunch of stacks of it. We'll set crystalline ingots to a craftable amount as well to a mythic processor. Probably with calcite gems. Make 8 of them at a time. I figure that's probably pretty good. Okay, so while we wait on that, what we needed was stuff for the machinery hatch or whatever. Yep. These guys are going to need fluix steel, it looks like, so we need a passive fluix steel. Fluix steel should be as simple as one advanced inscriber. We just need a passive some pulverization of... Actually, we don't even need to passive that, because that should already be passive. I think we already have a ton of fluix dust in here. Yeah, we do. So we just need an interface with fluix dust into this guy. Skystone and iron are EMCable, and then smelt it. That's pretty easy. We could do that right here. Thank you for the follow, L. Smith. Appreciate it. Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. I actually don't want this one to be used to provide anything, because that could be an issue. I don't want it to be, like, wonky with our stuff. Maybe we do separate another one. We could float over here. Well, this will still all be spaghetti. It'll just be slightly more spread out spaghetti in a way that at least it'll be less multi-use for everything that we're doing with it. If we reduce the multi-use part of it, then that makes it a lot more accessible overall anyways. And so this guy's going to need coal dust and fluix dust. I want to say that coal dust is also... No, actually. Oh, wait, maybe pulverized coal. Pulverized coal, yeah, which will work. I was pretty sure we passed that too. Set both of these guys to available constantly in here. If you hold shift and then scroll your mouse wheel, you can increase it by 1. If you hold control and shift, you can increase it by like 32 each. We'll just hold shift until we set both of these to a stack. Oh, actually, holding control doubles it. That's what it does. Holding control and shift at the same time. Make both these provide a stack worth. This is going to need a crafter. Tier 1 crafter should be fine. Set it to carbonic. Click out of it so that we can click from the JEI again. Set it to an external. Luke says pulverized coal and silicon. Grab ourselves one EMC link. We'll put all of these here. We'll remember this. We'll let it stack up with extra nonsense of whatever one it feels like doing. Not my problem. Extract always. Extract always. Insert on. Actually, we will put in some extra stuff here thinking about it. Just because I don't want it to take forever for it to do its cycling process. And we'll give this guy a couple of speed upgrades for the same reason. Just so it does a bit more at a time. Okay, this will be carbonic flux compound. Then this guy just needs to get inscribed with iron ingots and skystone dust. I never actually learned the advanced inscriber. I think I made all my initial ones by hand. So it's an elite crafting table recipe. We'll do that real fast. Does this guy have extras? This one? That looks like all 20. Oh. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's 19. I don't know. What's this one? Oh, there's an extra slot in this one. I see it blanked out. Load. Okay, set and elite. Advanced inscriber. Save. Cool. Put these guys back in here. Reassembly. Alright. Grab our advanced inscriber out of here. Okay. Flukes plated, so carbonic, iron, skystone. We'll grab 2 more EMC links right here. This guy should just output always, insert always. Extract always, insert always. Guys in dust. Iron ingots. Okay, perfect. They auto sort to the right spot, so I assume there's not many conflicting extra recipes here. The advanced inscriber, I guess we could connect a cable to it. Power it. Should be fun. I'm amazed that's the cable that broke. I can't believe that I couldn't get it from there. We could actually probably just put a quartz cable on this, right? To power it without using a... Oh. Does this need a normal cable? Yeah. Just to confirm real fast with our network tool, that doesn't... Yeah, that stops it from needing a thing, but it should keep this guy powered. I think he can just be powered by RF. I don't even know why I really did that, because this crafter's going to need to be powered too. And so is the furnace this is going to be connected to. We're saving ourselves nothing with this. Fun thought though. Okay. This guy will then get connected over here. Let's remove this to some kind of furnace. Let's use a resourceful furnace maybe again. These guys are pretty good. Disable this. Insert always. And then one more conduit. Insert always, extract always. Alright, that should be it. Then if we grab a crystal seeking conduit right there. Ooh, actually this doesn't connect to power. Really? Click a conduit. There. Okay, maybe we do need to do it like that then. Interesting. Do I have an energy acceptor on the other ones? Is that what I have? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's why I've deceived myself in accident. Oh, also we didn't give this guy the silicon he needed. So there's a few little kinks to iron out. Oh wait, no. Why is he working? What is powering you? What kind of voodoo is this? Okay, okay. I know what was powering him. He was powered by the residual power from whenever we connected it with cables. With the quartz cable. That's what happened. Oh, well, at least we still have the cable on us. There we go. Now he'll stay getting powered. We'll give him one acceleration card. That should be plenty. Turn this guy to always active. I wish I could have this guy split automatically. I feel like it's weird that there's not an option for that, to be honest with you. Do at Tesla lib. Get our speed upgrades. And our energy upgrades. Good job. There you go. Pretty simple automated flux plated iron into flux steel ingots. That's not bad. I was not nearly as annoying as I thought it was going to be honest. Is this guy just waiting still, right? Okay, yeah, he is. I'm like, is there a bug with this? But no, I just forgot. It's been long enough that we are almost through crafting all of the, like, I forget how many of those we told at the craft advanced. 400. So it's about to finish making the 400 needed to do the, that'll be the full amount besides our Mermex, or along with our Mermex, I mean. Or Mermatite? No, I think it's Mermex cells. Cursed Mermex fluid cells or something. I think that's what they're called. Mermex coolant cells. Wait a second, what is this? Oh. I see. Because it hit 64 buckets. Also, I never put in all 100. How did I how did I just stop doing that at one point? That's kind of funny, but That'll finish up the last of these. Then it'll jam again. Not bad. Alright. That'll finish the last of these cells that we can. Yep, and that'll get up to the 400. Sweet. Just finished our 400 advanced mythic electronics. That's pretty nice. It's pretty massive. And let us see, can we make a couple more mythic coils now? 300 crystalline. Okay, and we're still missing like 6,000 shards for that many of them. Baron stone. And nether sky steel. Available 3. Okay, so these guys have to be done in a fluid infuser. Fed with dimensional essence. Hmm. Object of great mass. Needs a staff of Icicle and the soul of the Grand Wizard. Yeah, we can make an icy crystal pretty easy. Snowflakes we could just get by hunting for them in the Icicle dungeons again. We used them all at one point for something. I forget what we needed them for. And then use that. I'm just contemplating if it's worth doing to increase this fluid drawer size by more. Because it's kind of annoying. So we're currently the strategy to get the 4 basic liquids for the first 4 void miners is we're using this centrifuge and we're centrifuging molten selenite. The predicament with this is that it does them at unequal like amounts because we don't use any of these 3 for anything else, but we use like dimensional essence for a lot of other things. But these ones we only use for the miners ever. And that's where like we end up with some annoyance in how this operates. If I creative upgraded all of these, then the difference would be negligible at the high end. But you don't want it to just melt all of your selenite down either. Like I'm making extra selenite now pretty quickly too from the Arkenstone processing. But I don't know. I still don't want to melt it all just wastelessly. Um the black hole tanks in a black hole controller could work. Because like I have this with the drawer controller setup right now, but I could just as easily pipe it out into a black hole controller, and then the controller feed into each of these cables individually. Use some of the enhanced ender conduit instead. Filter them all to their proper liquid input, and then that would give us up to the 2 billion millibuckets each. I don't know. We also have 4,000 buckets. I could just simply could also just do that, right? Now how much can I hold? to hold an extra 3 million millibuckets worth. That's probably fine, to be honest with you. That's probably okay. We had Nether Sky Steel operating out here. How much cold iron do we have? It started stacking back up, right? Yeah. So let us rip 16 buckets. Let's pick this guy up. We'll move him up to the top as well, to an interface. Now this guy Steel's not used that often, so we'll definitely just have him on demand. Okay, so input from the left for items. Its tank will input from the top. Its output will go to the left on a push. Fill him up with this. Grab a fluid allocator because every time I'm going to mess with this, I might as well. Fluid input, fluid output. And then turn this guy off. Wait, like that? I don't remember. I don't remember which way the ender tanks are. Hold on. We can get an ender tank actually by default. I know that by default they don't output below them. So if we grab a white, we can look at it. Okay, so this is default. Because you don't want your ender tanks to be auto outputting. They take up a lot of extra stuff that way. This fluid allocator can do it just fine. Very nice. Okay, and then it'll just need some power. Fluid allocators are used, by the way. Fluid allocators have essentially a 0 impact on your TPS. They are virtually non-existent whenever it comes to that, so they're an extremely efficient one-block fluid transfer, and it's not even close. They have no competitor, I don't think. Oh, actually, there's one competitor on efficiency for fluid transfer, and that is using fluid P2Ps from the ME system, and you simply peer-to-peer directly from both fluid sets, although your best attachment to the fluid P2P is the fluid allocator to like feed into it. I've seen some people do definer setups in very interesting ways using these in mass, so I'll probably end up doing something similar whenever I get there. Okay, let's go and make a processing thing real fast for Nether Sky. Nether Sky Steel. Gold iron into Nether Sky. Perfect. Actually, is there more fluid infuser recipes that use the dimensional essence? No, just this one. I was like, as if so, we can parallelize this a little bit. Alright. Make me like 2 more coils? Okay. Nice. And it's parallelized, so it will immediately start working on the Nether Sky Steel as it also does everything else. Beautiful. Alright, this will get us like 3 things done. What are the 3 most important right now for what we'll need for other stuff? Alright, let's look at what a request for 10 of these takes. Vibranium alloy ingots, crystal tine ingots are the same thing. They're both from an alloy furnace. Jeweled runium. I was pretty sure we were going to end up with a lot of extra of this from something. Oh, I guess not. Huh. Is it charged runium that we have a bunch of? Okay, not as much as I thought of that either. Oh, I guess we have a bunch of charged runium ore, too. Which we could break down. Okay, I see. Interesting. Oh, we have a lot of charged runium eggs. This makes you want to get like the shadow fracture and stuff going so you can process the eggs and everything for these properly too. because each time you process in a shadow fracture, you get 8 of whatever its resulting like piece is. Yeah, and the actual stuff isn't that bad. The hint of divinity is kind of annoying, but by far the most annoying part is automating clause array, because you need to automate all the essences, which means you need to automate QDB cores, which is pretty easy. Then you need to automate arcane ashes, which you can do in Hellfire Forge because it takes 0 will. So you can automate this using XNet. You keep them limited to a stack of each thing and stuff, and then you can get that done. Or you can even automate it to just one of each thing to guarantee that it never split the stacks up. So it never like put 2 separate things of bone meal, or white dye is probably what I'd actually use because it has EMC. But 2 separate things of white dye in there in different stacks and stuff because it could be kind of annoying that way. Yeah, so you can automate the ashes, but then the reagents are a pain because you need to use the Berserker Forge for them because you can't automate the will into these properly. So you need a Berserker Forge each recipe for these. I forget how the Berserker Forge gets fed. Because it's based on will in its chunk. Demon Will output hatch. Will. And you can't see what these are used for, like in machines. Unfortunately. Because yeah, the input hatch is here. Ziggurat of Life also uses Demon Will. Hmm. I don't want to do this. Because now I'm getting sidetracked again. But this is just one of the most efficient ways to process the eggs. Although, like, I guess at the end of the day, this still requires their enchanted version, so then you need ensorcelators and stuff too. Or you could just get more garnets. And then process your eggs with even more garnets and use it that way. Because, like, we have a ridiculous amount of Petroleum and Ender Dolomite, I think. Yeah, Dolomite's a little insane. And the Petroleum's not doing bad. We could have more of it. I think we're limited by the pulverizer speed, actually. You can mythic processor it. Speaking of which, the mythic pulverizer, yeah, increases it by 4, so do a stack at a time in those cases. Although I do need to keep in mind if we use a mythic pulverizer with a tier 2 processor in it, that recipes like this also need to be multiplied by 4. Okay, actually, never mind. It very specifically says that these ones need to be used in a tier 1 mythic coil. So we'll make a second pulverizer for those individually. Which I think is fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. These are like on-demand things anyways, realistically. Okay, yeah, and we can label them differently too. I'm thinking about it. Their interfaces we'll just label differently for their inputs. One will be tier 1, one will be tier 2. I was just mental mathing on how I was going to do that without accidentally messing it up later. I probably will still accidentally mess it up. Hopefully I don't mess it up with the, in like losing a Thaxium drill head or something. Because those look kind of painful to get whenever I was last looking at them. Yeah, anyways, so we're going to need to get a bunch of garnets at some point soon. We kind of need these guys to be automated. The cut versions are a pain, but so are the non. Because you can make the recursion fragments for them. And that's not like horrible. You just need you would need an assembler for each one though, is where the issue comes in. Dense diamond powder. Completely possible. Just a bit of EMC. It's not even that much either, right? 5,000. 5,000. Fuck, why did that open my... I tried to open my calculator and I opened Microsoft Edge somehow. 5,056 times 8,182. I know it's not. It doesn't matter anyways. Yeah, it's 41 million EMC per singularity. That's nothing. It means nothing to me. Recursion fragment Terra. The issue is I think the recursion fragment gets taken up for one. I think this gets used. Oh god, and that needs... Wow, that's expensive. Never mind, that's pretty far right. Because that's a creation. Yeah. We have a lot of garnets anyways, but still. Damn it. I guess we could do their smaller things. We can make a shadow fractured, like just for Mithrilium Catalyst or something. What of these would we need? I'm just thinking about the processing of extra ingots and specialty stuff and Geminite and everything, and if passiving or on demand for those is viable. And if so, how would I want to do it for efficiency wise? How efficient do I need to be? Because like my garnet supplies are okay. Like, you know, I've got like 7,000 of my most recent miners. And I've got 70,000 of the older ones. So these guys would actually 4x, so these would be somewhere around 28,000 or so of whatever their actual production is. Oh no, and then that gets doubled again, because whenever you induction smelt them together, you get 2 ingots per. So 56,000 of whatever like their productions are. But then I'm gonna need 5,000 of them just for the singularities later, which is needed for the Shire wormhole. Although I guess at that point you get the Shire one for the creation altar. That's also Nequata and stuff too. So I guess I wouldn't worry about that for now. Very interesting. Always a predicament, isn't it? What were we missing for the coils that originally made me even think about this? Crystalline stacking. Plutonium ingots aren't on demand or passive. Was it Baronstone? It might have been Baronstone. No, this says EMC. I'll solve my Baronstone problems. There we go. They've been solved. Also, Awakened Draconium needs to know how to make blocks, or just a crafting recipe, so we'll do that real fast. Didn't you throw that? I always do that in these menus. I think it's because they're kind of unresponsive sometimes. Like clicking in and out of these is a little slow, is what my cope is at least. So I don't just look like a fool. But yeah. Can I make 2 more? Seem to need some corrupted shards. I can make 1 more. That'll bring us up to 4, which isn't bad. What would 1 more after that take? Wait, how could I make 1 more again twice? Interesting. I don't know. Plutonium ingots. So a mythic furnace can actually do it from plutonium dust. And we have 9 million small piles of dust. So yeah. Just to see, can we make this already? No, okay, we don't know. Plutonium dust, we'll just teach the crafting recipe to it. Not a problem. And then this will allow it to, whenever we make an alloy smelter, it'll just use the recipe. Make plutonium ingots, we'll put that one in. That should be pretty fine. Okay. So this gives us 3 coils right now. Wire mill is going to be needed. We need electrum copper wires and stuff. Alloy furnace is going to be needed. Normal furnace is going to be needed. And then we're going to definitely want a pulverizer and a rolling machine soon. So that's like 5 that are of moderate importance right now, but 3 of them of which are like kind of a necessity right now. So wire mill, furnace, and alloy furnace are how we'll do this for now. That's a lot of nows. Okay. Oh, that was something we meant to do. Did I already encode a recipe for this? I did. Could I make 16 of these? Oh, I don't know, huge item outputs. We'll just use the swap recipe. Easy peasy. Because we'd already encoded it all the way up from the input buses. Machinery. Output bus. 16 of them. It doesn't know hoppers. Probably because I had EMC, so I've just been making them the whole time, I bet. I can't wait for it to not know chest. Yeah, there we go. That'll make us machinery item output buses. So these act essentially as an interface for the system. It'll just automatically spit it right back into your ME. But these are needed for the Mythic processors because their speed is so fast, they've been known to eat items. I don't know why they do that. The pack developer also didn't know why they do that. As far as I know, I don't think it's been fixed. So I'm just doing this as a prerequisite to guarantee that I don't have like any kind of stuff getting butchered. Can I make one more? 1,200 of these. Okay, so we're just waiting on some corrupted charts, and we'll be able to make the next one too. And that'll get us all 5 of the ones that are pretty important. Do I need anything else while I'm out here? Our input buses will be fine. We'll just do some normal inputs. We'll do bigs, sure. Make a big for each one. There we go. Just have it make 16 of those. That'll be fun. I think this is good. $16 of these guys. Okay. Oh, actually, let's make a tier 1 coil. Because we know that we'll want a pulverizer with just a tier 1 in a second as well. It is pretty nice. How quick all this is. Also, we're using shears. I forgot we do have wire recipes in here that just use the ingots and it makes a shit ton of shears for it. That's how we're currently doing the electrum and coil, the electrum and copper coil blocks. A wire mill will make that much nicer. Should speed it up a little bit. Oh, I guess this draconic is really going to be kind of our big block. I wonder if I should try to queue up like... I'll queue up a bunch of them whenever we're done. Whenever we're getting off for the day. I guess it is 10. Okay, so yeah, we got a little while longer before I plan on getting off. I figure we'll at least get some of these set up, if not all of them. Could I get this? No, because this is following the inert crystals, but then it needs muons, which needs a high impulse accelerator. Okay, so muon extractor not happening right now. Are any of these other ones not happening right now either? I don't really think so. Some of these don't really need tier 2s that can use a tier 2 mythic coil either, as well, just as a mental disclaimer here. This guy's fine. A pulverizer will have one of both. Furnace. Is there any reason I wouldn't want a furnace to be upgraded? It 4x's it every time. Ooh, no, the furnace does 16. Okay, so that means that for these recipes, it'd do 32 of them. Interesting, good to know. And like for this recipe, for the hot vibranium alloy. Also, the fact that this is just in a furnace is kind of interesting as a replacement for the crucible. But still, I digress. This one would increase it to pretty considerably on its input requirement costs. I guess it's not that big of a deal. Trying to think of all of the things we'd need this guy for, and if he needs to be that quick or not. Or if this is a case where we'd want our higher tier recipes like that one to be in lesser amounts. I'm not really sure. Hmm. Oh, I forget about this one, actually. If we use enchanted Myrmitite. You need a Gravitite Enchanter for it, though, at that point, but then it's just simply a craft. You use the Pixonia key with a Myrmitite craft, and that gives you a higher throughput on Vibranium. Not by a lot, though. We have enough Rhenium, honestly. It saves you a little bit on these extra ingots, though. Is that worth it? Maybe? Probably not. I probably don't care enough, to be honest. Because it's a bit more efficient, but it's like kind of a pain to set up. I'll need some at some point if I want a Chaos Chicken. Oh, actually, I guess I need a Chaos Chicken, huh? Would assume at least. Yes, I will, because I need Chaos Ingots. Okay. Um. Oh, and that's also the one for the Jeweled Rhenium Better Craft, too. You will need some for collapsor casings. How many collapsor casings do you need? 36. Each one needs 8 for 4, so you need 2 per casing, so you need 72, so just over a stack. Like, that's in the realm of I could just do that by hand, to be honest with you. Then you need it for dice and shell stuff. If that's my bottleneck later, I can do it later. It won't be that bad down the line. It's not that annoying. Just for now, it feels unnecessary. Okay. Let's go and get started on making these guys. I've been delaying for a little too long. Honey smelter oven, right? Yes. Let me grab a chisel. Go. Actually, you know, if all these are made in the honey smelter oven, I could just turn all of these into. I'll change it to a mythic processor of some kind, an alley furnace, sure. Just that it's visually relevant. And I should be able to just chisel these guys over, right? Yeah, okay. This is our alley furnace. We'll get 2 pulverizers. That's a purifier. Okay, we need that anyways. 2 pulverizers. Get myself a wire mill. Normal furnace. Rolling machine. Yeah, I think that's all the ones we need right now, right? We got the alloy furnace, right? Well, I guess obviously. There we go. Okay, these 6 should be a good base foundation. We got our 1 tier 1 mythic coil too. Can we make 2 more of these? Nice. I'm crafting 2 more tier 2s, right? No, that's 2 more tier 1s. Oops. Yeah, they're a bit down on the vibranium. That's what it was. And the plutonium. Okay. Well, we got 4 tier 2s, and then we got the 1 tier 1 mythic for one of the pulverizers. Yeah, that should be fun. Let's try to clean up some of our inventory space real quick. We are a little scuffed on our storage options. Yet another hammer can go in there. Have traveling can go over there. Another probe can go right there. Keep the network visualization tool on us. That's okay. All right. How do we want to do this? I guess alloy furnace it is. This guy's going to need 16 electromagnets, 12 fission reactor casings. He needs an induction smelter of basic tier, and then he's going to need an energy input hatch. Forgot about those. His power, I wonder if their power multiplies too. They take 80,000 RF a tick. It doesn't matter. Energy hatch. Ludicrouses should be enough for all of these. We'll just make 16 of those. Gee, what's the difference? A little bit extra modularium. We'll just make ultimates. I don't really care. They can buffer a ridiculous amount of power. That's fine by me. Ultimate energy hatches. Okay. Induction smelter, basic. That and then obviously fission and electros. Then we need our stick. And I think we take this out. We should grab some cobblestone for some building platform stuff. Alright, we'll build him right off the roof. Yeah, no gaps, that's fine. First guy will be our alloy furnace controller. Drop him here. I think he's at the bottom center, right? That's how these work? Yeah, the bottom center on what's considered the front. Okay. Alright, perfect. It is formed. Why did I build that one away from the wall? I don't like that. It's gonna like mess up my symmetry of these now. Because I wanted the one gap to be in the center. Alright, we're breaking him. He's getting moved. Because it would still be totally fine to do that. Because I have the one extra slot on this wall and the other ones would just be touching side by side, but I didn't want it that way, so. Why are you floating? How could I possibly not have enough space? Oh, that's why. Thank you. Production smelter basic. Throw him there. Then we should be able to click this guy. Assembled successfully. Not enough energy. Perfect. Oh, actually, I totally didn't even check. Where does the coil go? You shall be tier 2. Still assembled, right? Yes. Okay, let's make our 2 pulverizers. We'll make them both on this side. One will go... Oh, nope, that'll be too high. One will go there. One will go there, right? Can these... Hold on. Can these wall share? Oh my, they are built to wall share, actually. I was just thinking about it. It saves you electromagnets and stuff. I was just thinking about how this would work. Cause yeah, these are built in a way that all of their input and output hatches are all in the center line only, which means you can share this whole wall edge with anything else that also needs electromagnets, which is definitely interesting. We'll do that. There's no reason not to save a little bit whenever possible, right? Well, that's gonna mess up my design a little bit, but now I care a lot less for efficiency. Okay, so we'll put 2 pulverizers here. One is going to be a tier 1 mythic coil. It'll be right there. The other one will be a tier 2 mythic coil. Should be right there. These guys are also presumably going to need pulverizers. If I had to guess, that's what this needs. Yes, should be fine. Pulverizer basic, make another one. Put those guys right there. And then, other than that, we should be able to hit these with the stick, I hope, for full construction. Missing input item, missing input item. This one's tier 1. Okay, so we're going to put interfaces on this immediately because I need these to be labeled. Get our quartz cutting knife. Mythic. Tier 1. We're gonna preemptively label all of the mythic like processors of any kind as mythic first. Just to confirm, this one's got a tier 2 coil. Yes. These need to be energy input hatches. That's item input hatches. There we go. Okay. This just guarantees our labeling so that we don't forget and then like this backfires horribly later. This guy is going to be a tier 2 alloy furnace, but we will double check again just because. We'll grab a bunch of interfaces out for these. Start labeling these as they should be. Mythic. Alloy tier 2. Okay. It says all of our pulverizers put down, and that is our alloy furnace put down. Our normal furnace. What's he looking like? Also uses just normal electromagnets. We'll make him a tier 2. He needs a redstone furnace basic. Put that right there. Furnace controller. We'll use the cobblestone because it's probably gonna misclick it sideways or something if I don't. Controller here. Grab our stick. Interface. Mythic. Furnace. 2. He's assembled. Beautiful. Okay. Then we need our wire mill, which is zirconium electromagnets still. What about our rolling machine? Rolling machine will be awakened. Okay, so we'll split it off to the other side of the rolling machine. This guy will be a wire mill. We're gonna need what, a tech reborn wire mill on top, right? This guy needs to go here. 2 mythic coil can go here. That should be good. Structure formed. Perfect. Mythic. Wire mill. 2-2. Beautiful. Nice and easy names. And we can fit one more thing right here. The rolling machine controller isn't going to fit on this side. Purifier, what are you made with? Yeah, I guess we can throw a purifier right here. What all does the purifier make? Does it need a tier 2? We talked about this, right? I don't really think it does. I don't think so. Like, the usage of pure fluix isn't going to be that high outside of what we'll have to passive. Do we really need a pure? I guess we don't have it on demand, and passes for it will probably be mostly isolated. So we'll make the purifier. We will make it a tier 1 though. I think tier 2 and it's gonna be just a waste. Tier 1. It's purified take. Phytogenic insulator of basic tier. And we'll just use this guy to round out this edge. It needs 2 draconium electromagnets? No? Why did... Eh. Oh, no, okay. My brain was like, why would it need draconium electromagnets? My brain thought it was awakened. Like that's where I went with it. I was so confused. I was like, why would that need a separate electromagnet? We just didn't have enough on me. We were using like a weird amount because of the way these guys ended up working out. Okay. This guy will be a purifier. So mythic purifier tier 1. Tier 1. Alright, alright, alright. Not bad, not bad. We use just 1 flux point. No reason to really use excess of them here. You just drop this guy right in the center. And disable limit. And there we go. They're all full instantly. Hey Dave Mouse, welcome to the stream. We're finally setting up some good old setups here. Some mythic processors. Jesus, I can't speak today. Grab some our dense cable. Let's make like 1100 a bit. That's fine. There we go. Sets up all 6 of those guys. So I'm curious. These all do use stuff, right? Yeah, so this is going to use 12 channels. I'm just making sure. I'm pretty sure these output buses will just immediately deposit into the system, so I don't think we need anything else special on those. I wonder if we can actually drop an item in there manually. Let's see if it works. Oh, no, you can't do anything with those. Okay, interesting. Looks like you are now further ahead than the guy I'm watching on YouTube now. Nice, nice. I haven't played too much recently. It was pretty much like a 6 week or so hiatus while I was trying to not be sick anymore and just doing life stuff. And so we're slowly getting back into the groove of things. I'm sitting about right here. We did Pixonia last week. And then today we're working on this section of the Mythic Processors. I figure once we get all of these set up, that'll probably be the end of today's stream. That's the Infusionator. We'll need to make the Infusionator, so we'll probably do that next stream. And then we'll start filling out some of these side missions. We'll probably go to Apishi. And then we'll make our forward progress again to the to get everything for the Mythic Excavation Engine. And that'll officially start Chapter 6, right? I think we're Chapter 5. Yeah, that'll officially be Chapter 6 pretty soon. You've been sick for 5 weeks now? Yeah, that was literally me. I was just dying on repeat. I just couldn't be free. And then, like, I'm just... I feel like I'm getting sick again. And I haven't even been healthy for that long. It's horrible. We can't get even one more tier 2, right? Take this guy out. I don't want it to get used if we can. Yeah, we need the vibranium alloy, which we'll need. Okay, yeah, we'll use the furnace one, of which we just set up, right? Yeah, okay. Cool. We could do patterns in here, but we'll go back to our main pattern terminal for it. Let us name this guy. Let us not teleport into him again. There you go. Mythic processors. Although this one is pretty visually apparent on exactly what's going on in here. We'll probably end up using another quantum entangler too, I bet. Since we're able to wall share those, we might be able to fit more than the 16 guys in there. We shall see. Okay. Away the stone. Keep some of the stuff on me. Because I guess we will try to go and get the rolling machine done. Actually, do I need it right now? Oh, yeah, I do want the rolling machine. Yeah, I really need the rolling machine. For some reason, I thought it was something else. No, the rolling machine is a requirement. We need it. We want it for the, like, making the arc coils and stuff. I don't want to do that by hand anymore. It's kind of tedious, and it's irritating to automate the rolling machine with, like, normal cabling of any kind. So having the alloy, or, like, the processor version is nice. Okay, so for one, let's grab some more blank patterns. I'll make 1,000 of them. Do I need 1,000 of them? I probably won't, no. But I can have them, so I will. We'll probably end up taking one of those chisels back out later, but that's okay. Alright. Hot vibranium alloy. The furnace, we'll use this Myrmitite one for now, as sad as it is. As terribly sad as it is. How close are we to the arc reactors for residue? Very close. We should actually try to get some, like, a couple of these set up today, so that we'll have a bunch of arc residue by tomorrow. Actually, we'll look at that in a minute. Let's put that one up. So we made the wire mill. Steam power take. I don't even know if I want to make an empower. I'll probably make one. We'll leave it on for now. A gear working one. Okay, we'll need it for compressed mythic matter. I think it could technically be made in a press, but I don't want to. We'll make a gear working one. We'll leave it tier 1. Yeah, okay. So we'll do that. That doesn't need a tier 2. We'll make a drying rack just because I feel like I am going to need some more bricks at some point. The alloy furnace. Our alloy furnace currently is tier 2. We probably want an extra one that'll be tier 1. So we'll leave that. Assembly machine. Do we need this for anything? That is an easier way to make the enhanced superconductors, I guess. It's also very fast. So yeah, assembly machine will probably be used. It actually might be much better for some of these things. Okay, so we'll make it an assembly machine. I don't think we're gonna upgrade that one to a specialty thing though. I don't think the throughput on any of these items is that needed. Yeah. An assembly machine will be made. A compactor. Oh, we will need the compactor. It's required. There's some recipes you can only do with the compactor. Will it need to be specialty? Like upgraded, I mean? If I upgrade it, it would require it to need 4 sets of these things. Do I want that on all of these? Probably not, right? Yeah, probably not. Because it's pretty fast on all the basic things. It does 16 of them at a time. Doesn't really need to do a stack per tick of any of these, I don't think. Okay. Yeah, so we'll make a compactor, and that one will be tier 1. We made a furnace already, of which we left at tier 1. Wait, I think, right? Hold on. Furnace. Nope, furnace is tier 2. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. No resetting our recipes. In the furnace, 16x is the recipe. God, it's so expensive. It makes it just a big amount at once. It'll be effective though, I guess. Pulverizer, we got a tier 1 and a tier 2 of, so we won't need more of those, I don't think. We didn't make the rolling machine yet. And the purifier, we made a tier 1, which should be plenty good enough, so we'll take that one off too. Why did I remove the alloy furnace? How did I already forget this? Yeah, because we made a tier 2 alloy. Do we need a tier 1 alloy? Is that what I was saying? What was the multiplier on this? Just 4, right? No, it was a 16. The alloy as well. Ah, screw it. That'll be good enough. We'll just make it all. If we don't have enough throughput, then we're not passive enough. So, we'll worry about that later. Okay, that cuts down on some of these things that we needed at least, which isn't horrible. Have you made the multi-block, the Tree of Life? No. So it doesn't have much to it that it gives you. Other than you'll get the energetic prison key at some point, so I'll eventually make it, but like I couldn't even make the creative solar array yet since I don't have or a definer core, which is actually the further thing. That needs a lot more progress. It makes you all the V pods, but I just made these through phytogenic insulators. So I wasn't really worried about this part. Sacred cinders, fruit. I'll need eventually, but once again, I'm not worried about it yet. And then the egg. But the energy egg in the Tree of Life is kind of bad. This is objectively a crappy power source. A million arithmetic for the Tree of Life is tough. But no, I have not made one yet, but it's not hard. I have everything to make it, I think. Yes, I do. I think the Enerve Skystone's slightly expensive. Oh, I don't have Thaumic Citrus. I don't have all of the plants for this passive, but I could. Everything else about this looks super easy though. But yeah, no, I have not made the Tree of Life. It does look pretty sick though. So that'll be pretty cool whenever it is made. I will make one eventually because I'm gonna need it. Um, for just the Sacred Cinders fruit, I think is the only actual requirement from it. Interesting. Anyways, worry about that later. But yeah. Um. Okay. So let's start getting stuff going. Vibranium alloy ingots. The hot vibranium will be made in the furnace. And the furnace is going to use 16x the recipe. Furnace tier 2. We will assign it this recipe for now. So a 16x, so 2, 4, 8, 16. Oh, I guess I can just look at the numbers. That would work too. There we go. We'll encode this. It's going to be a processing pattern. Furnace tier 2. We will need to tell it that hot vibranium alloy can go into a vacuum freezer. Where, oh where is our vacuum freezer? What have I done to myself with this? I have a vacuum freezer somewhere, I'm positive of it. I don't know where it is though. I already had to use it. um, I wouldn't put it in there. If I put it anywhere, it would be in here. I would think, right? Did I put it directly in Dragonfire anywhere? Where are there ghosts in all my stuff? I don't understand. Okay, no. He didn't get put in here either. Hmm. Why did I do this to myself? Oh, he was a multi-block. I remember. I don't remember where I put him, but probably in here, right here. Yeah, here's vacuum freezer. Yeah, so this guy needs to get moved probably into any accessibility zone. God, my floor. Oh, the ghost gave me a bunch of extra nonsense too. Okay. Vacuum freezer can go up here. Put these connections on 2 points. This guy feeds it pretty fast. Grab ourselves, should we already have cable and interfacing? So, input from the top, auto output to the top. Pretty easy. Our quartz knife, vacuum freezer. Hot vibranium alloy goes into the vacuum freezer to make vibranium alloy ingots. Nice and easy. Won't be on blocking mode, so that'll be fine. Hot vibranium alloy rods, which have no purpose. Okay. I guess the decay hastener could do it too. Which is probably actually better than the vacuum freezer lag-wise. But the vacuum freezer looks cool, so it gets a pass. for now at least. Okay. So that gets our vibranium alloy. Vibranium ingots themselves need to be in the alloy furnace. We'll do it with this one with the rhenium. Alloy tier 2, just to confirm. Once again, just to confirm what the alloy tier 2 is, it's a 16x. That is what I thought. Let us encode this recipe. 2, 4, 8, 16. There we go. Alloy tier 2. Alright, that'll encode our vibranium capabilities. Not bad. I'm trying to think about what other things we need, like off the top of my head, that we made access to just now. Plutonium. $16. Okay. Plutonium ingots from dust. In a normal furnace. Furnace tier 2. Let us look at mythic coils now. If we wanted 10 of these now. Hematite. Crystalline. Corrupted shards, that's just gonna take time. Ice dragon steel, fire dragon steel. Okay, so these are really their best method is going to be from fusion crafting. Just to confirm, it's just 1 and then 10 blocks of packed ice. Yep. There we go, we'll do that. We'll do all of the blocks real fast. Lightning, be the same. Glowstone, increase it to 10. That's 11. 10. Okay. Just triple checking the recipes. That is ice, lightning, and then fire. Magma block. 10. Perfect. And then these guys into their ingot forms. There we go. Ingot forms can go in normal crafting. Draconic fusion can get lightning, fire, and ice dragon steel. Okay. Alright. Now we look at mythic. We'll just look at tier 2s again. Doesn't really matter. So Mermatite ingots, crystalline ingots, jeweled runium, and everything else is known. Okay. Crystalline, crystalline, however you want to say it. Okay, you can't make the block, but you can alloy furnace out the ingot. How do I want to do it? How many calcite gems do I have? 2 million of them. Okay. That's probably pretty manageable, I think. If I had to take a guess. Diamond blocks, lapis blocks, and calcite gems is probably the play for this then. Yeah. Okay, and then this guy is 16x. I know that's the answer, but I'm double checking anyways. Okay. 16. Alloy furnace. Okay. Oh, we don't have diamond blocks. Passive. There any extra slots in this? Oh yes, there is. Diamond block. I don't think we need more than a 250,000 nickel once. Ooh. There we go. We'll get rid of the extras, no problem. Yep, and this will fill up our diamond blocks, no issue. Okay, I love to see it. Alright, trying to think about what else we could possibly need right now. Mermatite. How do you passive this? Get induction smelter, curse sapphire with chrome. Which needs these, which is gonna need like unholy radioactive mix, which needs like all of this nonsense. Or you can plasmatic condense it from lightwood, chitin, and deep blue matter. That'll make 10 of it. And this 10 it needs the gravitation process or whatever, but that gives you 8 per ore, which is actually, I believe, pretty much dead on with what you get from auto breaking it with a like Fortune 15 auto smelt pick. Somewhere right about there at least. Does this guy take? I see, I see. He needs a tier 3. It won't be bad, but we don't have access to that right now. We don't even have Emmy access over to this guy. Although we really should pull Emmy here somehow. I really want a quantum ring to it for just a singular thing. That seems a little bleh. Hmm. We could totally use a wireless actually right here. I don't think this will be too energy crazy if I was to do this. And then just drop this guy right here too. There's some bricks. Became like a cracked brick whenever I hit it. Oh, I need to link these first. Click, click. How much power these guys are taking. Where's my network tool at? I want to say I have one right here. Look at this. God. Oh, okay, no, never mind. My brain thought that was my power consumption. I'm like, this is taking 300,000 RF. No, and this wireless connector didn't really add much. All of our connectors combined are using just about 1,000. You do have to be a bit cautious though, because these scale with their power usage quadratically, which, by the way, really big numbers. Also, I feel like we could probably cancel that rhenium catalyst. I don't think we're ever going to use 1.8 million. that crafts into a ridiculous amount of things. And we'll leave it for now. We'll eventually just swap that off to just smelting an uranium, I think, from ore. Okay, that gives us a connector here. We'll throw an interface here, set him to blocking mode, name him to plasmatic condenser. Or, I think this is called the condenser, right? And these are the controllers. Yeah. Plasmatic controller. Okay. These guys already have a 65,000 bucket buffer with the demonic. I wonder if I should upgrade that to something better. I guess that's pretty good. Grab some cables. Okay, Mermatite ore and stuff can we can start teaching it those patterns. Teach it Mermatite ore. Right ore. I like that there's an ogrite chicken, but I guess it got decommissioned. Fun. Ogrite ingots can be done through corrupted aragonite. That needs lymphopixonia. Also painful automation. Once you do automate it, it gives you better orichalcos. Gives you ogrite through that method. Oh, I guess making ogrite through the plasmatic condenser is difficult too, actually. Thinking about it, because we still need the lymphopixonia regardless through this method. It's fine though. That's simply you just have a fluid infuser buffered with this from your initial lymphopixonia feed through, and then you hook it up to your system, and then you have it send vibranium ingots in to make ethereal infusion stones. Yeah, the automation for that's pretty easy at least. And then wildwood hearts. Wildwood gems over wildwood cores. Also easy. Could woot the termisect, which I probably could have done in the first place actually. That would have given me fragments, which would have let me make the gems and stuff needed for the chunks regardless. And I would have gotten extra wildwood hearts that way. Doesn't really matter. Octadics. I know how to make octadics, right? Yes, we do. Can I make like 1,000 of them? Yes, we can. Okay, cool. I like testing with like 1,000 for things that I should just be able to make an immense amount of. And if I can't make 1,000 of it, then it's like I consider whatever's missing a bottleneck. We'll put the recipe for ogrite ore in here because we'll have that moderately soon, I think. Take 60 seconds each. Yeah, I'm probably never gonna use the maze stone for that. I wonder if I should set up a second Carbonite Empower in my one that's doing Liquid Madness. If I set up a second Empower with Void Seeds and stuff from that, and then have that one just make Fragments of Madness that feed into the system. And then that would let us on-demand ogrite ore for a while. If I do this, I'll do it later. I'll do it down the line. I'm not that worried about it right now. We can currently just go to get ogrite ore if we need it. Plasmatic condenser recipes. Is there anything else I should have on demand right now? Like Tuatite we have through a chicken now. Oh, that's what I should do at some point soon. I need to set up all the chicken automations. I don't really think so. Appalachia, like all of these ores just give the fragments, I think, yeah. Easy, way easier to kill mobs for that instead. Really need the dense gravitite. Although that is interesting, so you can get it. Use fading matter instead, which is pretty expensive. 261 billion. That's about 4 minutes of EMC production from me to get 2 dense gravitite ore. Needed for a cosmic gem though. Looks like that'll probably also be needed. Very interesting. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything else needs to be on demand for now for the plasmatic. So we'll just feed it ogrite and mermatite ore. And we'll do these manually for now. I'll just know that there's the ore, so whenever I search it, I can see it. So I can order it on demand. Because until we get like a better processing system, we get the recursive gravitite or something. I don't want the system to try to process it in any way, because it just won't get the throughput, or won't get the multiplier that I'd want for something to be efficient like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. That gets us our basic mythic processor set up today. We got a few more that we'll need to set up to like in the future. How much mermatite ore can I make? Can I make 100? Oh, lightwood saplings. Duh. Just do this part a little bit manually, you know. Let's put this extra stuff back in there for the other mythic processors we'll work on later. Make 100 ore. Really? Huh? That seems very weird to me that I can't build her off of this. I can't build just one. Interesting. Actually, you know what might be a little bit easier than doing this fully manually? Block placer with the lever. There we go. Nice and easy. How much does that set me up for? 874. So we got 8.7 ingots per ore, roughly. Yeah, roughly. We had a little bit of ore in there, or a little bit of ingots already in there, but I don't think it was many. I think it was like 4 or something. So it might have been 8.7 exactly. Give or take just a little bit. So now if we wanted to make like 10 coils, what are we missing? Jeweled runium, corrupted shards which happen over time. And that is it. So jeweled runium will end up being a combination or no, probably not. I don't feel like doing the enchanted mermaidite. I guess we could. That actually might save me a little bit more annoyance, because I don't really want to use the gravitite enchanter, and it does save you stuff. Maybe we will deal with that, because we do have the Pixonia too. Getting another one will be kind of annoying, because I want to say that the Pixonia key was from the boss fight that I shattered all my armor on, which was a moderately difficult fight. Or, like, not really. I kind of just flew around in it. Hmm. We will keep this in mind whenever we go to mess with this again tomorrow. Or probably not tomorrow, actually. If I had to guess, we will not be doing it tomorrow. I don't think I'll be streaming on Thanksgiving. Um, Apologies for anybody. I will be spending time editing on Thanksgiving though. I'm gonna really try to get my video done for tomorrow, so we'll have a Thanksgiving episode. It's not gonna be Thanksgiving related at all. I do think I'll probably re-record the intro for it because I've been working on it for days at this point. I was hoping to get it out earlier and I didn't, so we'll probably re-record for a happy holidays intro kind of vibe. But other than that, the video will be pretty basic. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me today. I think that's what we'll take it on. We will queue up a bunch of draconic fusion injectors. God, I forgot these are what need the jeweled rhenium. Also, how do we not have the projector gems? Huh? Like, how's that happening? Hold on, we're not getting off yet. We're checking things. Troubleshooting, troubleshooting. Troubleshooting over on that part. I wanted to queue up a bunch of the injectors because they take the longest. But they need the jeweled rhenium. Everything else they need is pretty easy though. Like, redstone plate should just get a compressor recipe. Elysian stone is just EMC. Uh, Diamond blocks are just EMC. How are diamond blocks missing? Did I... Oh, I know what happened. The exact thing I was just talking about with the other one. I just forgot to put it in here, no doubt. $183,000 of them now. Okay. Diamond blocks are no longer missing. I'm thinking lapis blocks should probably also go in here. What should they take the place of? Probably glass. I doubt we need a 250,000 glass. Or more than a 250,000 glass buffered, I mean. If I had to guess. Also, let's get lapis block again. Put him here. Okay. And then I guess we won't queue up a bunch of those. How many can we queue up? Can we queue up like hundreds missing that? Queue up what? Like 58? Nope. 56? Okay. Nope. We're missing some corrupted shards. Whatever. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. We'll have all the corrupted shards and stuff tomorrow. We'll set up the jeweled rhenium. Maybe we will go about it in the way of combination crafting then. Just for efficiency's sake. But if we do combination crafting, this will be pretty easy. This should just be a matter of setting up a crafting, like a crafter with our Pixonia key. What all do we need the Pixonia key for? Just that and universal boosters. So I guess we could actually have the crafter do both. One crafter that does both of them. That shouldn't be that hard. And then set them both on demand. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. We'll set that up tomorrow. Thank you guys so much though for dropping by. I really do appreciate it. That's going to be it for me. I will catch all of you later. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic Thanksgiving. Just try to make some good of it, of the holidays and stuff. It's supposed to be a joyous time, a joyous occasion, so I guess I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you so much though for dropping by. I really do appreciate all the support, especially on the YouTube and stuff. That's been really massive recently. I think we've reached like 1.3 or 1.4 thousand views in the last 28 days, which is just a pretty cool number to see. So thank you guys. I really, really do appreciate it. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and have a good Thanksgiving week. Peace. I'll catch you guys next week, most likely.